Anybody want to be E.T.? Man, y'all can't see me.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cleveland Browns. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season. They'll come out throwing here on first down. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
And that is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He's got his tight end in Njoku. A really nice gain of 25 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got some turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Browns have taken the early lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They'll run it away there as the drive will continue. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch that?
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Dante Fowler in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. In for the score. And the Browns add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it didn't down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll look to throw here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and drop shy of the 45. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good hit.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
No, check, Patriot!
Back to throw here. The open man is Westbrook. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there and gets the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And now running right through it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Well, this is something you may have to deal with when you give the keys to the offense to a rookie quarterback. Now 2 first-half interception.
And you do expect it. But I think this deep into the season, you're expecting that to improve and not see it quite so often, or definitely not in this case. So when he goes to the sidelines and the head coach puts his arm around him, he might not be talking to him in nice tones.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 13. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete. In the backfield by himself is Brown, 2nd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his style.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Larry Ogunjobi, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. And pressure gets to him again. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 46. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, we keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Broken tackle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now back to throw. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week because I think it'll eyes him.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Back to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 16. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10.
Gun!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Detroit! We go. Gun!
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Spinning away. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So we have reached halftime. Well, I know we hold off on the halftime update after all. Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This one taken just inside the 10. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll drop to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. 23 yards on the play. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to... Stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
They'll set up a throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a 14-yard pickup, but it'll still be 2nd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
11B, 11B. 11, 11. Green,
First throw now for the backup, Bortles. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
On play action, it's Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot! Hot!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gonzalez to add the PAT. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Frank Clark, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, the spin. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through it. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Now Bortles. Looking long for Westbrook. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is down to 28-10. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After the pick six, they go right back to the air toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up 2nd down.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll look to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Britton Colquitt now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. From midfield, here's Bortles. Escaping. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jamie Collins in there to drop him the 7th time tonight. He's gone down. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He's going to look deep down the field. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He lets it fly for Lockett. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Back to throw here. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Detroit!
Back to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. out of the gun. They'll look to throw. It's caught. Block it. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
No. Check. Patriot.
He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. So
they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Bortles will try again on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. To throw is Bortles. Flush to his right. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They go play action here on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. He completes it to Henry. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball. And
the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Sunday.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Gone!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. in for the score. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and they open the lead up now to 25. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. The return man is Grant. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares?
Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose, and I think the Browns got it. They did.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Now back to throw. And this one is incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. What's the run? What's the run? All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Keeps himself upright. And it's caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw and give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The Jaguars getting set to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.